Guys, good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. So by the way, I'm gonna show you how we're going to have an okra farming. So right now I started with a 2,000 square meters parcel of a lot. So this is what we call I acquired this a lot that was last April. And now we started to cultivate it by an okra farming. So I'm gonna show you how we started. And of course, because I'm not a farmer, I'm not a certified farmer. So what I did is, of course, I searched in Google at the same time with my own what do you call this one, well, how to find, I find how we're going to have an okra farming. So just like self-taught, that's what I mean. It's a self-taught. So this is I'm gonna show you our okra farming. So this is basically we started planted it that was for the month of May. So here this is the okra, and of course okra is the best, it's or what we call is okra is, I can say that this is a good vegetable that you can harvest like in the whole year, because even summer and even rainy season, so you can plant it an okra. So there is two types of okra. What I've learned or during my research, so there's what we call the East West and the condor okra. So for the East West, that would be ideal for summer, and for the condors, ideal for also for the during the rainy seasons. So okra is just like a 45 days once after the seedling, so it goes 45 days. So that's the first harvest that you can have, and right after the first harvest, okra it takes like 20 to 24 weeks that you can harvest for the period. So meaning to say that after the first period of okra, so you can harvest it for like 5 months to 6 months. So this is how we say this is the okra that are planted. So this is basically the 45 days right now. So we had our first harvest here. Actually right now, so we can harvest as like 15 kilos. So that's not bad. So it's a good, because we have a profit eventually, because we did our own hard work, our own labor, just to cultivate the land. So here I'm gonna show you, this is the okra. Actually we had our harvest yesterday, so just like we took 15 kilos. So it's not bad, because it's gonna be like, it's an additional profit to all of us here, for especially for my sister and brother. So this is it. I'm gonna show you. So this is what we call the lady finger, right? Yeah, if you're familiar with the lady finger. So this is it, the okra, and of course I'm gonna show you. So this is also the big okra one. So guys, take a look. So okra also is, you can have an harvest with okra every other day. So it's not bad, unlike some other vegetables, or let's say plants that you can get a profit. So okra can be harvested, I repeat, can be harvested every other day. So it means that you can have a profit every other day. So this is what we call the okra. So basically we choose the East West, because as we found out during our first plant of okra, I mean the first thing that we cultivate an okra, so it takes like 60 yeah, 60 pieces only, and then it took like for a while, yeah, it took for us to harvest 45 days. So because basically what we did, well, especially I'm not a farmer already, I'm not a farmer, and I'm not a farmer. So what I did is I study. So in our home, so I got a folder and I compiled everything about an okra, about the insects, I mean the pesticide that we're going to use, and of course the fertilizer also. So this is it. This is the flowers. So we had our harvest yesterday. So I'm gonna show you. So this is the okra. This one is, yeah, basically it's a good harvest right now. So tomorrow we're gonna also harvest tomorrow. So for this, so it's basically a profit that we can have on okra. So right now I have just like how many what you call this one, just like almost 2000, how do you say this one, almost 2000 pieces of okra. Yeah, this is it. So eventually, so they have different sizes just because of the growth. Also it can affect also with the growth. And of course you need to check also the types of soil. Yeah, this is, you need to check also that type of soil for the okra. And it is you need to check the, what you call this one, if this is really good for farming and good for also for, how do you say it one, the acidity, or the, how do you say, the salinity of the what you call this one, the soil. So basically guys, so I'm not that really this is not a perfect what we call this one, video that because this, I know this isn't the perfect video for the aqua farming, because for me I'm still what we call this one, having additional knowledge right now in how we're going to have an okra farming or okra growing farming. So this guys, this is our first batch. So until now, so we had our first harvest last May this year 2019. So until now, so we can still harvest it for you know, for selling into our neighborhood, into other markets, and also for our consumption as well. So still we can have their fruits. So as you can see, so it's different from the other plants. You know, there is what do you call this one, the leaves is quite different from the first I saw you in the video. That was the first, I mean the second batch. So this is the first batch. So okra can be grow like much be taller than a person, just like can be reached after 5, or it could be it's different. It depends on the growth of the okra. Yeah, this is it. Okay, this is, I'm gonna show you this the okra farming right now. And here, so basically this is the other batch for the okra that we planted. So this is the third batch. So because I consider it that we will not plant it by what we call this one, same time, because as I said, because at least the profit is still continuous. So meaning to say that we planted it by batch. So as what I said earlier in my video, so we had a first batch, the second batch, the one I show you, and this one's the third batch. So basically there we what do you call this one, we were not able to have a first harvest yet for this, but still maybe by the next few days, in 3 days more, so we can have the first harvest here. Because as what you can observe, so we started with the flowers, and then they have also some here little fruit again of the okra. So soon, 3 days more to go, so we will have to have our harvest. So here you can show, so it's different. So you can show also that there are different what to call this one, different sizes. It could be there's a higher, it's a big okra grow bigger rather than the other okra, because it's different. Yeah, we cannot tell, we cannot show you that okra has a really a, what we call this one, is same sizes when you plant it by batch. I mean same time, because it's depend on the growth of the okra. Yeah, so here I'm gonna show you. So this is the, I think this is the healthiest okra. Yeah, also of course you can show here that there is a, this is the really there is also a worm, the insects that which is eating the I mean the leaves of the okra. So basically we do the spraying of and insects. So guys, all what we did is our own what you call this one, learning. So we were not able to have a formal training, a formal orientation, or what you call this one, we will not able to join an organization or regards in how to have an okra farming. But anyway, soon I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make it perfect right now. If I'm gonna show you how we're going to able to have an okra farming, so that we have a very good profit in the near future. So basically this is how I started. So this is basically a try and error, yeah, right now, because of course it's not an easy, because it's, you know, it's just like a love, whatever you did, whatever you do. So basically there is a, you know, kinda like some plants are not growing well, I can say that. And of course here, this is, I'm gonna show you, this is the third batch. So it's more likely have a, how many pieces this one. This is basically this is like I said, this is like more likely almost 2,000 pieces. We this is the third batch. And guys, we will go to the fourth batch of the okra. So here, I'm gonna show you. So when the okra is really fast, growing faster, of course the weeds also are growing faster. So this is what we really did when we planted an okra. Actually guys, we were able to plant, we were not like we do the planting first with the seeds, but what we did is we're not transferring from like we do the seedling first to grow, and then we get it to transfer to another to the parcel that we're going to do the planting. What we did right now is just like we make it first, the what you call this one, the stick, the bamboo stick, just to determine where we're going to put the seeds. So actually, so this is basically what we did. So it's just like a piece of sticks, what we call this one, planting also in the part of the land. So there are times just like especially when we put the seedlings of an okra. So there are times also that, of course, as we know that there are like waste part of the seeds, like let's say sometimes they are not able to germinate, but other are also can germinate. So this time I'm gonna show you that of course no one is germinating, because I don't know what happened. Maybe I have to check it soon, and we'll able to study here why not all seedlings of the okra are not growing. Because of course it's not perfect, of what I've told you. It's not perfect when you planted, because all our seeds are not will not grow. So what I mean, so this is the fourth batch that we have. So here I'm gonna show you how it takes. Did you see it? Here, where is that? Here is here. Yeah, this is the fourth batch. So right now we have also like a thousands, I mean 1,000 more, or 1,000, of course more than 1,000 what to call this one, pieces also. So this is the just like this is how do you say, um a week old okra. So it's just like after you planted, just like you count to, I mean after you put a seeds, so it takes like 7 days, more likely 7 days to count for us to grow, to germinate. So this is the fourth batch that we have. So this is the it's just like how many centimeters long. So I cannot, basically I cannot measure, because as what I've said earlier, so I'm not that really what do you call this one, a farmer, how to going, but what I did is just like a trial and error. So guys, this is how, so this is gonna show you, so this is it. So just like a sticks, yeah. And then let's go to, this is it, the view, the really, yeah, this is basically as you can see. And the okra are, you know, okras are still growing fast, grow fast, but then also the tree, I mean the weeds are growing faster also, so maybe they have the competition. So that's why you need to take out, you need to pull out the weeds in order to okra to like have, of course, the nutrients of the, what we call this one, the soil, so they can have it all, not with the competition. So this is the same with the fourth batch. So here, so as you can see, here is the fourth batch. So just like more weeks, more days to go, so just like we can have our harvest, also the first harvest. So here, so this is the, what they call this one, the fifth batch that we planted. We actually we planted it just like 2 weeks ago here. So still the same, still same, yeah. So here still the same here. So here, so here as you can see, still there. So just a beautiful small plant okra, which is soon, yeah, soon can be grow into, you know, bigger one, and then of course it can produce flowers and fruits, and then we can have a harvest soon. So here you can see, so a lot of sticks, a lot of sticks. Of course there is a, you know, okra grow for just like 2 weeks old, or week old rather, yeah. And then of course there are also some part here of the sticks that we put it, we planted, we put the seeds just like yesterday. So still we have to wait for 7 days or a week to germinate the seeds. So basically this is how I started with an okra farming. So actually there are still part of the lot that still not, you know, able to cultivate with an, you know, an okra. So still we're able to work it out to have a more okra to harvest soon. I mean, yeah, more fruits to harvest soon. So here still I have a part, you know, a part of a parcel